Our final set of presenters in this Insights to Impact section will share a major branding turnaround story. Our speakers are Olesya Govorun, who is Director of Strategy and Insights at Dannon, Holly Rozelle, who is the Associate Manager of Strategy and Insights at Dannon. Please help me welcome our next presenters to the stage.
Good morning, and what a great morning it's been so far. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is really take you on the journeys for Light and Fit. So when you think about conventional wisdom, it really tells you not to reinvent the wheel. But what we see when it comes to reinventing brands, sometimes that's critical. And that's actually where Light and Fit was about a year ago, an inflection point. So those of you that don't know, Light and Fit is the brand in the Dannon portfolio that really satisfies that weight-conscious consumer's needs. And when you think about the weight management arena, it's very crowded, and not only crowded, but also very emotional. And it's because of that that Light and Fit knew that in order to break through, we'd really have to shed our ego and reinvent ourselves. So the next few minutes, Olesya and I are going to take you through Light and Fit's transformational journey. We'll talk about the tipping point to the shift in the mindset that consequently formed our new campaign and our amazing year-to-date results. However, before we can go into the campaign and the results, I need to take you back about 3 years. So back in 2012, Light and Fit was actually seeing double-digit declines. It wasn't until 2013 where we really saw the trajectory of this brand shift. And it was through the launch of our product, Light and Fit Greek. So Light and Fit Greek took the filling, rich, thick and creamy texture of Greek yogurt and paired that with the low-calorie, sugar, and fat content of Light and Fit. So if you can think about that, it's the ultimate dieter's dream. And sales definitely reflected it. We won a lot of awards. In fact, we even won the prestigious IRI Pacesetters Award in 2013. However, when we looked at our brand health tracker, we saw that there was no equity. We had no beloved brand. We had a great product, but people really didn't know what our brand stood for. And if you think about how consumers kind of place brands on this brand love curve, it goes from indifferent to I like it, I love it, and then finally beloved. And it's when you get to that beloved brand that you have that competitive advantage. If you think about it, demands become desires, thinking becomes feeling, and your consumer really becomes this motivated fan of yours. And that's exactly where Light and Fit wanted to go to. We wanted that beloved brand status. So we knew that in order to get there, we'd really have to take a discerning eye on our current campaign and figure out where did we stand? What do we need to do? So that being said, I'll show you a little bit of what the campaign looked like in 2013.
There are women who sacrifice so much, not giving a thought to their own satisfaction. Like this woman here. Hello, what's your name?
Linda.
Linda obviously sacrificed a good haircut so her daughter could have a warm coat.
It's windy.
Yeah. Now you can help people like Linda stop with the sacrificing. Tell them about Light and Fit Greek non-fat yogurt. Twice the protein and 80 calories. Thick, creamy. Tastes satisfying, right? Eat Light and Fit Greek. Dannon.
So I heard some of you laughing. I actually, when I look at that ad, I just want to do a face palm and shake my head. And actually, when we decided to assess this a little bit more and really see some qualitative as well as quantitative results after the campaign, we saw that she was condescending and degrading. And people actually, quite frankly, found her annoying. And that clearly reflected in our ad testing scores. We scored below norm significantly across all metrics. So we knew that we really needed to change this, because when you think about, like I said, the weight management space is very cluttered. And not only is it cluttered, but it has big brands like Special K, Weight Watchers, Lean Cuisine, Skinny Cow that also have really strong equity. And not only that, we couldn't even win in our own playground. So when you look at our awareness within the yogurt category, we were significantly below our #1 competitor. And so that's how we knew that we really needed to now go and shift our mindset. So what we knew is that we really needed to move from understanding consumer behavior, so how frequently did they buy, where did they buy, what was in the basket, to really understanding the motive. What were the attitudes, the usage occasions, and even the barriers to increased frequency. Deep knowledge on yogurt habits, sure, we knew, were they mixing granola or fruit in the yogurt? How were they eating it? Was it breakfast, a special treat at night? But what we really need to do is get outside of yogurt and really understand who that consumer was. Why did they want to lose weight? What was preventing them from losing weight? What was that big struggle? And then once we gathered all that, we could really move from positioning of a product to positioning on a consumer. And we would really be able to identify them, not where they were today, but actually that motivational identity. Where do they want to be? What would their life look like when they actually did lose that weight? What would they overcome? And that's where we really wanted to create a tone and personality that resonated and was relevant to our consumer. And this isn't rocket science, but we really need to make sure that we assess the campaign before we actually launched it. And so we now vigorously make sure that we have a robust quantitative and qualitative process in place before the ad even goes on air.
Thank you, Holly. So what I want to take you through is the carefully designed sequence of studies that Holly and I feel extremely proud of and that I feel was the cornerstone of our success. And one word that I want to emphasize is sequence. Every study built on the foundation of the previous one and took us to a new level of insights about our consumers. So we started with an in-depth yogurt need state study, and we asked people a very simple question. Why do you eat yogurt? How does yogurt make you feel? And so this study really helped us identify the needs and desires of consumers who ate light yogurt, including light and fit. Then we engaged in some very exciting psychological profiling of our target. We went to their homes, we opened their fridges, we sat on their couches and talked about life. What was very important to us at this stage is to understand the larger context of their lives, to understand what they truly care about, what got them out of bed each morning, and what really mattered in their life. We also did a study that I think Holly and I feel very proud of. We looked at the implicit motivations of our consumers. And we did the study in collaboration with our partners from Ipsos. And what we've uncovered is that on the unconscious, implicit level, what was very important to our consumer is the feeling of being in control. Any of you guys who have been on a diet probably can identify with the feeling of being out of control, of the food sort of ruling your life. And this is very much the feeling that was a huge issue for our consumers. We also try to identify the trigger points along the path to purchase, as well as media consumption. And as Holly said, we also try to ensure that all of the qualitative and quantitative testing was done before the actual creative was developed. So ladies and gentlemen, we are very proud to introduce to you the new Light and Fit campaign. The protagonist of the campaign is the innovation, which is Light and Fit protein shakes. And what I want to ask you to pay attention to is this feeling of empowerment that the ad hopefully creates.
Introducing Light and Fit protein shakes. The new way to help make temptations shrink away on the go. A deliciously fresh and satisfying taste with 12 grams of protein, 5 grams of fiber, and 0% fat. New Light and Fit protein shakes. Taste the power of satisfaction. Dannon.
Thank you. So hopefully the power was palpable, and what we've seen in our ad testing is that the ad scored very well. It persuaded our consumers. It really gave them a lot of new information about the brand, and it felt like giving a new direction to the brand that they are quite familiar with. And one quote that I want to cite from one of our interviews, I like everything about the ad, and that is very rare to me. So we were able to break through even to the most discerning of our consumers. And ultimately, what truly matters is the business performance, and we're very happy to report that the ad not only did well in testing, but it also generated double-digit growth and gains in share. So as Holly mentioned, when it comes to wheels, it's probably not wise to reinvent them, but when it comes to your brand, it's probably good to think about how your brand can stay relevant and how it can continue to be relevant to your consumer. Thank you.